Jeanette. Thank you so much. It's lovely to be back. Well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's all about making people more aware about the daily struggles of stress, anxiety, and depression. And it is incredible how many people out there is struggling emotionally, it's struggling mentally, and some people knowing that they're struggling, and other people struggling that does not even know that they're struggling. It is great worry about how many people out there is actually struggling mentally. And the most horrible thing about struggling with mental health is there's this huge stigma out there that we kind of need to be ashamed of admitting that we are struggling mentally, which is absolutely horrible, because you know what, there's so many things out there that can help people. There's lots of things, and it's not necessary that we need to struggle with mental health, because yes, there is so many help out there that can help people to cope better, and wonderful natural ways that can help people to cope better in life, and help people to be their best self. So May, it's a really important month, because yes, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it gives us that opportunity to make people more aware of the fact that it is not a shame to struggle mentally, and it's not a shame to admit that we're struggling, because admitting is the first step of any healing process. Because as soon as you admit it that you're not coping, then you can actually do something about it, and that is the most important part. A healthy mind is when you have a balanced mental and emotional state, which allows a person to be productive during the day. A healthy mind is when someone can cope during stressful situations, keeping their adrenaline intact and manage situations productively. A healthy mind is a positive mind. A healthy mind will help you find your way through life. Healthy minds are very important to make things a little bit easier for you during the day, and for everyone around you.
The Little Green in the iPick Shopping Center, Sonaiker, is your one-stop natural store. Treatments and products as nature intended. Find nature's gold right here to balance hormones, reduce stress, and regulate emotional state. Natural and vegan-friendly, nature's gold will boost your libido and help with weight loss. Contact Delene on 083-262-7246 for the full hormone balancing package. The Little Green, a little bit of nature in a bottle.
To ensure your own mental health, I think start with being kinder to yourself. Think about how you talk about yourself, how you feed your mind. Are you feeding your mind with positive input or negative? Small changes can have a huge ripple effect. Mostly we are our worst enemy, where it's supposed to be the other way around. We are supposed to be our biggest fans, our biggest cheerleaders, but instead we put ourselves down on a daily basis. And by just changing tiny bits of words in your daily input, what you put into your mind, it can have a huge difference on how you present yourself, how you see yourself, how other people see yourself. Start doing I am affirmations. Put in positive feedback into your body. I am happy. I am proud. I am loved. I am worthy. I am incredibly proud of myself. And keep on feeding your mind with those positive things instead of what is the first thing that we do if you work on your computer and you do something wrong and say, stupid, or you look at yourself in the mirror and says, no, well, look at that. What did you do with your makeup today? It's breaking yourself down. And unfortunately, what the mind says, the body follows. So what you feed your mind with is what your body's going to follow with. So yes, definitely to keep your own mental health steady and ready for the world, I am saying be kinder to yourself. That is the first step to a healthy mindset. Yes, emotional stressors has a huge impact on our all over health. Like I said, what the mind says, the body follows. For example, what happens when you feel upset, anxious? Our whole body tenses up. It puts strain on our organs. For example, the heart is where we carry hate, anger, impatience. The spleen, for example, is where we carry worry and anxiety and overthinking. The lungs is where we carry sadness and depression and grief. The kidneys is where we store fear and fright. The liver is where we store anger and frustration. Yes, we can think ourselves sick. So yes, if you are struggling, for example, with a heart problem, have you thought about fixing the emotional stressors causing the strain on the heart? Instead of just treating the heart with medicine and more medicine and more medicine, maybe by sorting out your emotional problem that caused the illness in the first place can have a huge difference on your treatment protocol or your healing process. Yeah, I keep on thinking about that experiment that they did with the plants. There was this one plant that they praised and loved and fed the plant with positive music and positive statements and kept on telling this plant that it's the most beautiful plant in the whole wide world. And what happened to that plant? That plant flourished. And then there was the other plant which they kept on hammering on and saying, well, you are the worst plant in this whole wide world and you are the most horrifying, ugliest, worst plant. And what happened to the plant that they put down the whole time? That plant died. So it's exactly the same with our bodies. It's exactly the same with our minds. What we put into our minds is unfortunately what we're going to get out. So make sure that you put in the right stuff. And also when it comes to illnesses and it comes to the body, first go and figure out what was the emotional stressor that put the strain on the specific organ. And it can have a huge impact on your healing process. So yes, the body gets influenced by emotional stressors tremendously. First of all, when it comes to a treatment protocol for mental health, I want to put emphasis on please treat the mental health the natural way. I have said it so many times. Chemical medication tends to treat the symptoms, but most of the time piles on top of the core problem. And unfortunately, when it comes to anti-dep medication, that is the case because mental health starts with your gut. 70% of the body's serotonin gets absorbed through the gut. So if your gut is all clogged up, the body can't absorb the necessary serotonin that the body needs to avoid stress, anxiety, and depression. So gut health, gut health, gut health, the most important start to the healing process of mental health. So first of all, clean up the gut. And most of the time, as soon as you have cleaned up the gut and the gut is working like it should and absorbing like it should, then you don't even need anything else. You don't even need more medication because the body is working like it should again. So, diet, very, very, very important. Clean up your diet. Gluten, dairy, processed foods, sugars. Those are the culprits that clogs up the gut and causes all the trouble. And that is also one of the biggest reasons why so many people are struggling with mental health issues is because of our food. Unfortunately, farmers produce our food in quantities. They're going for quantities. They don't produce our food for the most nutrition in this apple. No, they're producing the food for, I want to sell the most apples so I can make the most money. Our food doesn't have its nutritional values that we actually need. So gut health, gut health, gut health, the most important part when it comes to treating any mental issue. Yeah, and then also remember, some chemical medication for mental health is not there to make you happy. It's not there to heal you. It's basically there just to treat you, keep you intact so that you can fit into society, so that society can cope with you in it. Not for you to be happy, not for you to gain your optimum health. No, most of those medications also, well, now this symptom has been fixed. You are now calm. You are fitting into society. But guess what? Now you are stuck with liver problems. Now you are stuck with kidney problems because these are the positive effects of the drugs that you are taking. But have you seen the list of things, negative effects that product can give you? It is really, really, really horrifying. So yes, what the little green can offer you for mental health is we can start with the core problem and then we work towards the symptoms, and that is what sets us apart from the rest. First of all, we have a machine at the store that scans your body from top to bottom like in layers of paper. So it's very, very in detail and it literally checks everything. And on this scan, it can check your emotional state. So sometimes we treat our mental health with medication, which just basically suppress our emotions, and we never ever work through them. So basically what this scan can do for you is it can show you exactly what is your underlying emotional stressors, and then you can process that underlying emotional stressors on a healthy mindset with the help of cleaning up your gut. And I have a few herbs and spices that can also help the body to cope with emotional stressors tremendously, that doesn't harm your body. For example, I have ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is a mood booster and an adaptogen. And ashwagandha is the herb that they call nature's chill pill. Ashwagandha has done a huge difference in my life, in myself. It is incredible the amount of energy that it gives you on a daily basis. And it just takes off that edge and helps you to be happy and more alert and aware of your emotions and coping with them. I have dopamacuna. Dopamacuna is a herb that helps the body to absorb dopamine and supplements the body with dopamine. And dopamine is our feel-good hormone. And dopamine is what we get from the sun. But yeah, sometimes we do get in dopamine, but your body doesn't absorb it. And that's what dopamacuna does. It helps your body to absorb dopamine so that you can actually get the dopamine in that you need to feel good. So those are just two of the herbs and spices that I have available at my store that can help mental health tremendously. Yeah, so do pop in at the Little Green Store, and we can definitely help you to get your mental health back to where you want it to be without harming your body. Thank you, everyone, for listening to me today. Yeah, the Little Green Store is at the IPIC Shopping Center, Sonacre, Kuilsriver. So do pop in. We would love to help and come experience all our wonderful natural products and treatments. And yeah, if you do have any questions, you can send me a WhatsApp on 083 262 7246. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.